Alrighty. Welcome to beautiful Smithers, British Columbia.
My bird feeder? Okay, we're going to go into town. Do you want a cup?
It has been a while since I last put anything up. In fact, I haven't even edited the last video where I got stuck at Jake's Corner. Let me see if I can turn this around. It's a beautiful sunny day. Beautiful snow-capped mountains. Incredible scenery here. And that is the glorious Hudson Bay Mountain, where I've been staying for the past week has been at the base of that, by a beautiful lake, with my family friends, Jackie and Barry. So it's been beautiful to come back here. I was here 6.5 years ago with my friend Logan. We went on an epic 4-month hitchhiking adventure together. And then I left him. We started in Vancouver, went up to the Yukon, all the way across Canada, and then down to New York, and then I left him. He went down to Key West, Florida, and I flew to San Francisco and had a great couple of weeks there. I met a hitchhiking veteran, you could probably say, called Tarzan from Germany, and had an amazing couple of weeks out there. Went to Yosemite. Finished in Los Angeles, where I then flew back to England for Christmas time. It was an epic adventure. But on that trip I came through here, beautiful Smithers, and Barry picked us both up one evening. We were thinking it was going to be another cold night. It had actually just been the first cold night on that trip, and we didn't have camping mats. I didn't have gloves. I was so unprepared, and actually that whole trip I never even had a coat. I just had a hoodie or thermal. I hope the wind isn't too bad. I had like a thermal layer, one of these like neoprene kind of materials, and I would put on 3 t-shirts to keep me warm. So I came with my summer outfit and never really looked back. So he picked us up and gave us fed and watered us, and gave us some place to rest, which was an amazing experience, and the whole week there was just lovely. So I've always wanted to come back, and I'm surprised it's taken me 6.5 years to do that. But I'm back here now, and I've been here for a week. And right now I'm walking to a little cabin. I don't know much about it. I just spoke to a lady yesterday, so I'm gonna check it out and see what's gonna happen. It looks like right now I'm gonna be heading back up to the Yukon. The route that I ended up taking was down the Alaska Highway. Hi. But it looks like I'm probably gonna go up the Cassiar Highway this time, which is the route that I took all those years ago with my friend. So it's not confirmed yet. I have some stuff that I'm checking out here in Smithers. I haven't yet decided, but looks like I'll be heading up to the Yukon in all likelihood. And so in the end, the last video that I think I made, I was at stuck at Jake's Corner. I made a short little video one night when I arrived at a place near Fort St. John. Next day, and that was a long way, so this trucker who gave me a ride picked me up near Marsh Lake outside of Whitehorse, took me all the way to Watson Lake, and I saw the Northern Lights for the first time in my life. That night I slept in the like front of his truck, his lorry, which was just something I've never done before, but it was nice. It was great to be back in Watson Lake because it's such a beautiful place.
Good morning, young fella.
And I saw the Northern Lights, which is amazing. I really didn't know what to expect. So that was cool. And then the next morning we set off. We woke up at 7:30 and set off at 8. We stopped off at Liard Hot Springs. I managed to convince him to stop off there with me, which was amazing. He'd never been before, and we just walked across the boardwalk through the woods, and there was just a couple of people there. It was incredibly beautiful. The trees around it were covered in frost. That's a pretty epic view over that way. This is the Babine Range. But continuing the story, Fort St. John, stayed there the night. Dawson Creek. Then a nice guy, really nice guy, first car that stopped by. So this guy took me from Dawson Creek to Prince George. And then I had a bit of trouble in Prince George. I got stuck there for probably an hour and a half. And then I got there and I got to Vanderhoof late in the evening. I didn't want to get stuck there. I have a funny story of when I was last there with my friend. It was not a nice place to be stuck, really. Also, we thought back then it seemed like a much nicer kind of a place this time around. We didn't actually realize that there's a whole downtown street which had some really cool shops, but it was nighttime, so I didn't check anything out, but it just felt like a kind of a nicer little town this time around, and we got stuck there for 2 nights last time, so. And it was cold. That was the day before you. So my video just stopped filming, I don't know why, but it was kind of a not so interesting part of the story anyway, so I'm just gonna skip ahead. I got to Vanderhoof this time round by myself, and next day a series of small rides, not very fun at all. Eventually a lovely godly Christian lady named Anne, whom I'm still in touch with. She's really nice. She took me the last couple of hours all the way into town. She didn't have to go that far because she lives just before Smithers, but she took me all the way, and that was really nice of her. And she dropped me off at the trusty Tim Hortons, which is the great Canadian coffee chain, which I have a lot of history with, having been to them all over Canada. And yeah, it's a happy place. I love Tim Hortons. When I got here, I was pretty exhausted, so the coffee sounded amazing. I hadn't really been eating well at all for that few days on the road, so when I eventually wandered over to the optometrist office, which is where Barry works, I was just really knackered, as we say in England, and just ready to rest for a good few days, which is what I've been doing. So yeah, I've been here for a week now, and it's been such a wonderful place to rest and recuperate. It's kind of a replay of what happened all those years ago for me, because that's really what it was back then. And right now I'm walking to a cabin to check it out. Another crazy coincidence, back when the first video I made on this channel was at Girdwood, and it was one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to. I would say only Yosemite in California. I mean, California is an incredibly beautiful state. I think only over there have I experienced that much beauty. So that was a special place, and I went there 4 times, and I made that first video I have driving down Turnagain Arm, where Captain Cook sailed up all those centuries ago. So when I was in Girdwood, I put up some stories on my Instagram and discovered this other lady who lived there and was posting daily weather reports of Girdwood, and I thought that was cool because I wanted to stay in the loop. I'd been following her stuff, and then one day she put up a post saying she has a cabin for rent in Smithers, and I was like, that's crazy. She's not talking about Smithers, BC. She can't be. I mean, she's an American. She's probably just talking about Smithers in the US, and I was just a bit confused, and I didn't really look into it anymore. But then she posted another post saying something about it being in BC this time, so I was really curious, and I got in touch with her, and in the end this place was already rented, which I was sad about, because it really sounded like destiny. But then the day after, I heard back from her, and she said, actually, I have a friend who's also trying to rent out her cabin right now. And I was like, oh, no way. maybe there's hope after all, and that's where I'm heading to right now. I think just 100 meters down this road here. And then I told this guy in the Yukon that I would get back to him tomorrow after I just kind of think everything through. So it looks like I'm going to be heading back up there, but you never know, it might change. Maybe I'll be living in this property right here. So I'm going to go ahead and stop filming and check this place out.